Welcome to the kidsministry.blog podcast. Every episode, we share ideas, tips, and resources to help your children's ministry thrive.
You know that feeling, right? You're tidying up, maybe doing some cleaning, and you stumble across a forgotten craft project.
Absolutely. That slightly lopsided foam cross from Sunday school.
Exactly. Or some paper thing that, it never quite made it onto the fridge door.
Yeah. And you think about all the time, the effort, maybe even the glitter.
Yes, the glitter. Only for it to end up in a box somewhere, or honestly, probably the recycling.
Right. It does make you wonder, doesn't it, if those projects really stick, if they do more than just keep kids occupied for a bit.
Well, that's exactly what we're digging into today. In this deep dive, we're looking at some really fascinating insights from the Kids Ministry blog. Specifically, they talk about crafts that double as lesson reminders.
Mm-hmm. And our mission for you, our listener, is to explore how we can shift those simple craft sessions, how to turn them into genuinely powerful tools for, lasting memory and really reinforcing the lesson.
Yeah, something way better than just another phone cross-collecting dust.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. We're aiming for game changers here.
Okay, so let's get into it. One idea from the Kids Ministry blog that really jumped out at me was this focus on being super intentional, making crafts that kids will actually use, or at least see regularly. It's not just about the making part.
Right. It's about the after. What's truly profound here, and the blog unpacks this well, is why this works. We're basically bridging that abstract lesson idea with something totally concrete, something tangible they can hold. Kids learn through repetition, we know that.
Yeah.
But a physical object. That acts as a powerful retrieval cue. It helps them pull that memory back up.
So it makes the truth stick longer than just hearing it once.
Precisely. And when a craft has a real purpose, not just being, cute, kids tend to value it more. They keep it longer. They engage with what it represents.
That makes a lot of sense. So if that's the principle, how does it actually look day to day? The blog had some great examples. Let's talk bookmarks. Seems simple, right?
Super simple, but effective. Imagine kids making bookmarks. And on them, they write key phrases, maybe God's promises like, I will never leave you, or nothing can separate you from my love.
Okay.
So every time they open their book, maybe at bedtime, they see that promise. The blog shared a story about a kid doing just that, seeing the bookmark and boom, remembering the lesson from weeks before.
Wow, that's the goal, isn't it? That kind of lasting impact.
Absolutely. And it's not just passive viewing. Think about memory verse bracelet.
Oh yeah, I saw that one. Different beads for different words.
Exactly. Or concepts from a verse.
Yeah.
It creates this personal reminder they wear right on their wrist. There was this wonderful anecdote about a kid wearing his love one another bracelet to school.
Okay.
And he actually explained what it meant to his teacher. Think about that. The craft becomes a conversation starter, spreading the lesson even further.
That's amazing. A little kid explaining a memory verse because of a bracelet. That's powerful.
It really is.
But it's not always about big moments of sharing, is it? What about quieter reminders?
Good point. And that brings us to something like prayer rocks.
Prayer rocks. Tell me more.
Okay, so you just find smooth rocks. Kids paint them with maybe names of people to pray for, or symbols like a cross, or just a word like hope. It's a prompt, a physical thing to remind them to pray. There was a story from a parent whose daughter kept hers in her backpack.
Wow.
Yeah, and she would hold on to it when she felt nervous at school. It became this little tactile anchor for her, a physical reminder of a spiritual truth.
That's really touching. Okay, so bookmarks, bracelets, rocks. What else?
Well, think about location, too. Doorknob hangers, perfect spot for a daily reminder, right?
Oh, like on their bedroom door?
Exactly. Things like pray before bed or God is always with you, something they see every single day.
That's smart. And refrigerator magnets, those seem obvious, but probably really useful.
Definitely. Great for the whole family to see a key lesson takeaway. The blog mentioned a mom using one to remind herself about patience during a challenging week.
I could probably use one of those. So these are all pretty simple, useful ideas. But, thinking about this, what about the crafts that don't work so well? The blog touched on this too, right?
It did. It pointed out that overly complicated crafts, ones that take forever or need tons of adult help, often miss the mark.
Right. The kids lose interest or focus.
Or things that are super fragile and just break immediately. That's frustrating, not reinforcing.
Yeah.
And maybe the biggest point, crafts that are just, cute, but don't actually connect back to the lesson in a meaningful way.
Yeah.
They just become stuff.
So simplicity and clear purpose seem key.
Absolutely. If we look at the bigger picture here, It's really about a mindset shift. These crafts aren't just activities to fill time. They give kids something concrete, a physical piece of the lesson they can take with them.
A tangible reminder.
Exactly. It allows for that consistent visual reinforcement of important truths all week long.
And connecting it directly to the lesson seems crucial.
Definitely. Explaining why they're making it, what it represents, and getting parents looped in helps too. Well, if parents know the craft is meant as a reminder, they can help reinforce it at home. Ask about the prayer rock. Notice the bookmark. It extends the learning.
Right. Makes it a whole family connection. So, boiling it all down, what does this mean for us? The real goal here, it's that kids walk away with more than just craft time was fun. It's about giving them these regular, tangible reminders of truth, things they see and use during their week long after Sunday school is over. These aren't just crafts. They're like little echoes of the lesson.
Well said. Little echoes. And thinking about this principle, it really raises an important question, not just for kids ministry, but maybe for all of us. How can you apply this idea, this principle of creating purposeful reminders, these kinds of retrieval cues? How could you use that in other areas of learning or even habit formation in your own life?
Thanks for listening. To find more ideas, tips, and resources, go to kidsministry.blog. We'll see you next time.